Hi everyone, it's time for another Agent Arcade update. Today we're going to be covering with the new contract system, we're ready to start onboarding agent creators. So today I'm going to talk about if you're an agent creator, what you can do to get onboarded onto the platform and offer your agents on the platform and monetize them. So you can share them with the public and you can also create a source of revenue by publishing your agents on the marketplace. Um, so, give you a few details and then we'll dive into the demo. Basically, as a publisher of agents, you're going to be given an agency on the marketplace, and that's how you group your agents together on the marketplace and how you track their usage. On the marketplace, there's three ways you can offer your agent. You can offer them for free. We also have platform credits, so those are roughly 25 cents credit, so you can charge based on credits, or you can also charge dollars. You specify the price that you want to make your agent available for, and then the time period of the contract that the user can use it for that price. Um, when someone hires your agent, they do it via a contract. So they hire your agent, the money goes into an escrow, and then after the contract completes and the dispute window closes, then the funds are transferred into your agency account, and then you can withdraw them from there. You can run your agent however you wish. We don't care what's powering your agent on the back end. You're simply telling us how to call your agent. Um, so there's lots of other videos that I've got on demos on how to set up, say for example, build an agent in N8N, in Toolhouse, in OpenAI Assistants, etc. So that does come with one caveat. Uh, you get the full amount for offering your agent on here minus a small commission for the marketplace, but you are responsible for the operational expenses. So your API calls, things of that nature that you use it on the back end, your hosting things are things that you take care of. And that's one of the benefits of you being able to use whatever tools you want on the back end is you get to choose that infrastructure. So I'll dive into how you now actually get an agency. Um, if you want to publish agents on our platform, you're going to go ahead and reach out to support and contact us and let us know you'd like an agency provision for you. We'll go in and set you up an agency, and then you'll have a new icon when you log in, agency. You go to that icon, and you're dropped onto your agency dashboard. Initially, it'll just be a placeholder here, so you can just go in here and edit your agency, add a logo. Find one here. And then change description. Description here, the description here, and then also on your agencies supports most Markdown. So you can put whatever Markdown you want in here and it'll do some nice formatting for you. So we've got our agency, and we'll show you, I'm going to show you setting up a simple agent. This is a simple agent is nothing more than basically a system prompt and an API call to say OpenAI or some of the other providers we have. I'm going to show you that because it's just easier to go through the rest of the things for setting up an agent. You can of course provision more complicated agents than that. So the basics, you need a name, a logo, a markdown description. Those will be the things that are listed on when somebody searches for agents or brings up the agent page in the marketplace. These are the things the users will see before they hire the agent. You'll also add intro text, and that tells the user once they hire your agent, that's the intro that gives the user like the instructions for how to use the agent. You'll put in your system prompt, your API key. You'll pick your, whatever LLM API you want to use for this, and then you can set creativity or consistency. So that's creating a simple agent. We're going to go, because there's more to it than that, we're going to go look at an agent we've already set up. The Steve Jobs agent here. Once you've created your agent, you've got a couple things here. what you want to do as you're setting up your agent is you want to leave it unpublished initially because you want to go test your agent. So you've got this agent here. You're ready to test it. You think you have it set up right. You can click this admin hire button, and that'll give you an automatic, that'll automatically hire it for free for you. So the admin hire lets you test the agent. And I'll just do a little quick test message in here. There we go. So we know the agent's working. That's good. Once we have our agent working, then we can do a couple things to spiff this up. So we'll go back into looking at the agent. We want to add some contracts now. So there's 3 types of contracts you can add. I'm going to start with the free one. Free, you can pick a currency of free, and then you pick how many days. So you can say that that's free for 4 hours, for example, and add, and then that contract will show up there. The other types of contracts are credits. And so credits are intended for, usually you would do credits for a smaller amount and then dollars for a larger amount. And that's to offset the fact that when you have transaction fees, when somebody runs their credit card, so you want them to buy a batch of credits so that the percentage that costs, the amount that the transaction processor is taking for those is a lot less than if you were charging, say, $1 for this, if you charge a few credits for it instead. And then the last one is dollars. And so that's that. The other thing you'll do in here is you will edit the agent and you'll click published here. And so when it's unpublished, it doesn't show up in searches or in the marketplace list. But once it's published, then it's discoverable there. So you've got it set up with the contracts, it's all working. The next thing you need to do, for free agents, we don't need to review it, but when you want to charge money for the agent, you do have to reach out to support and ask us to review and approve the agent. That's a pretty quick process, but we go and make sure the agent is working as described and then approve the agent, and then those credit and dollar accounts become available. So that's the basics of setting up your agency and setting up your first agent on Agent Arcade. I hope you found that useful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and we're excited to see what you build.